begin in a few moments. Thank you. Again, parents and guardians who are still standing up, please settle down. We're about to begin. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chiang Kai-shek College High School Division awarding of Certificate of Completion for Junior High School 2017-2018. Presenting the class of 10A. Then B. Then C. Then E. Then E. Then F. Then G. and 10H. And now, let us welcome the most outstanding students of school year 2017 to 2018, beginning with Darwin Alexander O. Ko, accompanied by his parents, Mr. Dennis Ko and Mrs. Arlene Ko. Tiffany T. Huang, together with her parents, Brian S. Lin, along with his parents, Mr. Kai Yan Dong and Mrs. P. Lin Chuang. Accompanied by her parents, Mr. Alan Tan and Mrs. Lynette Tan. And Cheryl Patricia C. Uy, along with her parents, Mr. Peter Uy and Mrs. Catherine Uy. Following them are the exultant advisors of the grade 10 classes, starting with Mr. Jose Nebuaco of 10A. Mr. Jonathan Garcia of 10B. Mr. Philip Noel Loro of 10C. Mr. Mark Abiwa of 10B. Mr. Mackenzie Umbao of 10E. Mr. Marvin Salno of 10F. Mrs. Rosalinda Bonifacio of 10G. Mr. Kelvin Palmanes of 10A. Let's also give a warm round of applause to the high school faculty members, starting with the Filipino Learning Area, headed by Ms. Abigail Brual. The English Learning Area, headed by Ms. Lenny E. Florendo. The Mathematics Learning Area, headed by Mrs. Violeta Soler. The Science Learning Area headed by Mr. Faisal Alonso. The Social Studies Learning Area headed by Mrs. Karina Tana. The Technology Learning Area headed by Mrs. Buena del Altar. And the Livelihood Education Learning Area headed by Ms. Zenaida Borja. At this point, let us welcome the admirable and praiseworthy individuals, beginning with Mr. Lester Howe, Supervisor of the English Learning Area. Sir Alan Ray Villaverde, Supervisor of the English Instruction. Mrs. Emma Linado, Supervisor of the English Instruction. Dr. Roland Chua, Director of Academic Affairs for English Instruction. Dr. Cristina Monsanto, Director for Student Life. Mr. Joel Mila, Vice President and Director for Administrative Affairs. And Attorney Danny Chan, Vice President and Legal Counsel. And now, a big round of applause for our distinguished guest, Mr. Joaquin C. and our college president, Dr. Dory Poa. Please rise to the entrance scholars. Please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem to be led by Norwin Alexander Oko.
Bayang magiliw, handa awit. Bayang magiliw, bernas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, luyan ka ng mag-ibig, sa manlulupi, di ka pasisiin, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit, sa paglayang minamahal, ang isang ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning, ang bituin ka, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang hiligaya na pag may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
You may now take your seats. To introduce to us the guest speaker for this momentous event, let's give a warm round of applause for our supervisor, Mr. Alan Ray Villaverde.
Steve Berry observed, a concerted effort to preserve our heritage is a vital link to our cultural, educational, aesthetic, inspirational, and economic legacies. All of the things that quite literally make us who we are. These words of Berry are indeed quintessential in our high hopes of preserving and promoting our cultural heritage and identity. And the man I'll be introducing today is instrumental in such endeavor, particularly in keeping the Filipino-Chinese community, especially the youth, rooted to our rich, colorful, and noble cultures and traditions. His moving literariness is explicitly woven to his extraordinary business skills, thus producing an impressive tapestry of achievements for him as a self-actualized man. Hailing from his humble beginnings in Santiago, Isabela, our guest speaker finished his bachelor's degree from the University of the Philippines, Diliman campus. After graduation, he was able to explore various job opportunities, such as being a reporter back in 1971 to 1972 for the Chinese Commercial News, the oldest Chinese language newspaper in the Philippines. A translator back in 1980 to 1988 for World News, the leading Chinese language newspaper in the country, and a scriptwriter back in 1990 to 1994 for the children's television show Pin Pin, which was recognized by the Cultural Center of the Philippines as one of the 10 best TV shows of the year during 1991, 1992, and 1994. He also served as the plant manager for Non-Woven Fabrics Philippines Incorporated, Secretary General for the Federation of the Filipino-Chinese Chamber of Commerce and Industries. He also served as a president for the Kaisa para sa Kaunlaran Foundation Incorporated, Secretary General for Philippine-Chinese Daily, and a board member for South Pacific Real Estate Development Corporation, Shanghai, Nanyang Real Estate Development Corporation, Nanjing, Philippine Savings Bank, and the Manila Titana Colleges. He also served as a consultant for the Metro Bank Foundation. Self-actualized as he is now, he remains to be unstoppable, for currently, he's holding the following positions: Corporate Secretary of the Manila Doctors Hospital, Director, Union ng mga Manunulat sa Pilipinas, Director, Philippine Association for Chinese Studies or PACS, Trustee, Angelican Foundation Incorporated, Consultant, Institute of Foreign Language, Peking University, Consultant, Asiaticus Management Corporation or AMCOR, President, New Gen Project Management Corporation, Advisor, Kaisa para sa Kaunlaran Incorporated, and board member of Mil Oro Mining Corporation. Furthermore, he has other feathers on his cap, such as publications of various essays, poems, and translations, such as Chop Suey, mga salaysay, tula, sali, at iba pa. The Chinese translation of Dr. Antonio Tan's 500 Years of Chinese Prejudice, Chinese translation of Filipino translation of Dr. Antonio Tan's The Chinese Mestizo, the Formation of the Filipino Nationality, and the English translation of Go Bon Wan's Myth about the Ethnic Chinese, Economic Miracle, among others. Aside from being a lead author of these aforementioned publications, he also served as a co-editor at times. With all his devout passion and consistent hard work, our guest speaker's efforts did not remain unnoticed. His works were awarded by the Catholic Mass Media Award as Best Short Story for 2 years, 2001 and 2003. Furthermore, he was recognized by the Manila Times and was given the Dr. Jose Rizal Award for Outstanding Chinoy for Literature and Journalism in 2004. As an addition, he was awarded with the Gawad Pambansang Alagad ni Balagtas ng Union ng mga Manunulat sa Pilipinas or UNPIL in 2007. Moreover, the Manila Critics Circle and the National Book Development Board gave him 2 new awards. The National Book Award in 2008 and the Special Citation for Translation in 2012. Aside from these tangible and literal awards and trophies, let us now go on to our speakers' real life or life-size trophies. Literary as it may sound, the truth. Behind the success of every man is a woman. Our guest speaker is happily married to his beautiful wife, Miss Baby Anita Chen. May we request Miss Baby Anita to please rise and be recognized. And they were blessed with 2 equally brilliant children. Indeed, our guest speaker has been a self-realized and actualized man in quintessence. Hence, may he enlighten and inspire everybody in this hall, especially to our completers, in knowing our cultural heritage and deciphering their life's aspirations, goals, and purposes. For Lao Tzu said, "He who knows others is wise, but he who knows himself is enlightened." At this juncture, allow me to introduce our guest speaker for this moving up ceremony, the prolific writer, the accomplished translator, and the seasoned business consultant. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming Mr. Joaquin C.
Okay. Maybe I should just stand here. Una marami. Can you please sit down? Okay, una maraming salamat kay Dr. Dory Pua for the invitation. You know, when I first received the invitation through email from Dr. Yap, I actually declined because I was supposed to give an inspirational message, and I really don't know if I can say anything to inspire the students. But then again, I met Dr. Dory Po at some event at the Manila Hotel, and she invited me again. And so I couldn't refuse anymore. Okay? This is actually the 3rd time that I'm speaking to CKS college students. The first time I spoke was several years ago, and Dr. Pua actually invited me. The first time we met, I spoke to some college students, and then I was invited again to speak to high school students. So this is the third time, so I'm actually suke. And I really feel privileged every time I'm invited to speak, not only because it's always an opportunity to interact with the students, which for me is very fulfilling and very invigorating. And also because of the fact that I saw the newspaper that CKS released yesterday, the lineup of speakers for the different moving up ceremonies, and I'm actually the odd man out. The other speakers were all graduates of CKS College, whereas I'm a graduate of the supposed to be rival school. Alam niyo yan, you know the rivalry between CKS and Philippine Cultural College. Anyway, so I'm supposed to speak on the importance of learning Chinese because there's an observation that many students, if not most, doesn't seem to like learning Chinese. So and then when I started assembling my talk, I realized I really have a lot to say. So that I was able to come up with a two-hour presentation. And then I was told, no, the allotted time is only 20 minutes. So let me just go through it very, very. Ano ba pikilutin naman kaya? Hindi ko nakikita doon. Mahaba masyado. I divided my talk to two parts. The first part is an overview on the situation of learning Chinese, not only in the Philippines but all over the world. And in that part, I wanted to show that learning Chinese has become even more important now that China has become a major economic power. Kahit naman nung pobre pa yung China, Chinese is already a very important language because China is a country with very old civilization, very old culture, very big land area and a very big population. So it has always been one of the six official languages of the United Nations. But when China became a rich country, it's not even more important. Chinese is not even more important. And even in the Philippines, more and more Filipinos are learning Chinese. And the second part, I just want to share some personal experiences. So the title of my talk is The S in Learning Chinese. Of course, the key word there is S. What is S? S is to have advantage or to enjoy some benefits. And in Filipino, we can say that's detahe or kalamangan. Of course, in Chinese, 优势 or 好处. Ano bang mabuti? Ano bang mabuti if you know Chinese? No? What are the benefits? And of course, the assumption here, now as Chinese Filipino students, in school we learn three languages, diba? Sabay-sabay yan. Chinese, English, Filipino. Now I want to make some kind of informal survey. Sino sa inyo ang pinakagusto mag-aral ng Chinese compared to the other languages? Who among you wants to learn, loves to learn Chinese more than the two other languages, English and Filipino? Please raise your hands. Zero? Okay, those of you who love learning English the most. English. Filipino. Oh, so what? So what languages are the others learning? Arabic or? Nahiya pa kayo, ha? Anyway, of course, the assumption here that as Chinese Filipinos, everybody knows Tagalog or Filipino because we speak that in our everyday life, okay? So we actually need to learn Chinese and English. We need to exert some effort. Kailangan pag-aralan natin because we don't usually speak that everyday life. And when we say the S in learning Chinese, the assumption is that we know English. Diba? Marunong tayo ng English talaga. And then on top of that, we also know Chinese. We have the S, okay? So for me, if you know Chinese on top of learning English, it's like going to war with two guns instead of one. Dalawang baril mo, isa lang. And it's like eating with spoon and fork or two chopsticks, or clapping with two hands. You know the Chinese saying, right? You can't clap with a single hand or you need two hands to clap. So hindi pwedeng English lang mo. And hindi naman pwedeng Chinese lang. Okay? So we say you learn Chinese on top of learning English also. And I think that by learning Chinese well, it makes you more effective, more equipped, more competitive, more complete, or more useful, and more capable and able to do and accomplish more things. So that's what the talk is all about. I divided into two parts, like I said. Now the usual argument in or advice in learning Chinese was before the teachers always say you have to study Chinese language because you're Chinese. But now, since China has became a major economic power, and China has become the second biggest economy in the world, the Chinese language has become very important. And we know that when a country is important, the language is also very important. So there is a clear S in learning Chinese. May bentahe sa pag-aaral ng wikang Chino. And so more and more people around the world are learning Chinese. And like I said, even when China was poor, it was one of the 6 official languages of the United Nations. And now that China is rich, it's even more important. So now I think we no longer should say that you should learn Chinese because you are Chinese. Now we say you should learn Chinese because it is an important language. And you will have an edge if you learn Chinese, whether or not you are ethnic Chinese or not. Kahit pa may Chinese blood ka o wala, if you know Chinese, there is a clear edge. There is an advantage. So now if you watch CCTV or China Central TV, you will see foreigners from all over the world, Americans, Europeans, Africans, and other Asians learning Chinese. And the ability to speak Chinese and the knowledge of Chinese language are really amazing. So here I assembled some photos of foreigners learning Chinese in China. Africans, Americans, other Asians, Europeans. They not only learn the Chinese language but also Chinese culture, Chinese arts. Study China, learn, enjoy, experience. Learn Chinese in China. And even materials on learning Chinese has become very popular. But if we are to give an example of a non-Chinese who learn Chinese well, we really need not go look too far. No? So, alam niya. You know this person? No? Dr. Randy Lapola. He's a very accomplished linguist. Who knows him? Please raise your hands. Oh, only the teachers. You see? Kita niyo yung nasa likod, yung big fan niya. Diba? That is a very clear edge of learning Chinese because Dr. Lapola speaks very fluent Chinese. Hindi niya magiging fan si Dr. Po, ako isang marunong mag-Chinese. Para ako rin. Hindi ako magiging lover. Insist kung di ako marunong ng Chinese. Siguro driver lang. Okay? And another example we can give are the 3 Filipinos. I don't know if you know them. Chito Santa Romana, the one in the middle, Jimmy Cruz, and Erickson Baculinaw. They all excel in China because they know good, they speak very good Chinese. Chito Santa Romana, of course, he was the Peking Bureau Chief of, I think, American Broadcasting Corporation for many years before he became ambassador to China. And then Jimmy Cruz was Peking Bureau Chief of British Broadcasting Corporation. And he's now Vice President of the Peking University Alumni Association. And Erickson Baculinaw still with the National Broadcasting Corporation. And with China's rise as a major power, there's a need to promote Chinese language and culture. So what China uses are what we call the Confucius Institute. Yan ang ginagamit ng China to promote Chinese language. And according to the Confucius Institute headquarters in Beijing, there are now a total of 516 Confucius Institutes and 1,000 Confucius classrooms all over the world, in 142 countries and regions in the world. And at present, 67 countries have enacted laws that list Chinese study as part of the national education system. And Chinese is taught, there's Chinese major courses offered in more than 170 universities. Sa Pilipinas, may 4 na Confucius Institutes. The one in Ateneo de Manila, Bulacan State University, Angeles University, and UP Diliman. And enrollment is always full. And most of the students, if not Filipinos, are actually Chinese Filipinos, Chinois, who are graduates of Chinese schools. But they realize only the importance of learning Chinese when they were already professionals or doing business with China. So they go back to the Confucius Institute to learn Chinese. And I think the most successful of all the Confucius Institutes was the one in Angeles University, because they have trained many pure Filipino scholars who learn Chinese well and who can actually teach Chinese. These are pure Filipinos, but they can teach Chinese. And they organized a group called Chinese Language and Culture Society, or Tuan. It's made up of pure Filipinos who learn Chinese well. They studied in Angeles University and they studied in China, and they can converse, they can speak very fluent Chinese. Some of the members. And many of them are my Facebook friends, and I actually enjoy looking at their comments, their Facebook comments. This is an example of exchange, Facebook exchange in Chinese by 2 Filipinos who learn Chinese. One of them, I think, worked as interpreter in some hotel, and the other person was congratulating him, and he said, they not only communicate in Chinese characters. Okay, one of them said, 我就是想你了呀，这个本来就是你的工作，哈哈。Then the other said, 哈哈哈，我肯定没有你厉害，我肯定没有你厉害。And the other one said, 你在，我才不紧张。Very good. It's no ordinary Chinese. They learn Chinese to the point that they know how to use 肯定, they know how to use 厉害, they know how to use 紧张. And these are pure Filipinos, no? And when I asked them, ba't kayo nag-aral ng Chinese? So why did you learn Chinese? Many of them said because it's our ladder out of poverty. Because there's an edge in learning Chinese in getting good jobs. No? And if you look at Facebook, there's a page called JK Network Services. Puro yung lahat ng hiring nila are for Mandarin-speaking professionals. Mandarin Customer Support Associate, what does it be Mandarin-speaking? Mandarin Buyer Analyst, Mandarin Sports Writer, Mandarin Accounts Payable Analyst, Mandarin Customer Support Associate. So maybe that's one of the advantages of learning Chinese. It's easier to get jobs, get good jobs. No? But of course, for Chiang College students who are mostly from the middle class, maybe it's not a ladder out of poverty, but rather a ladder or a bridge for a better life, for more economic opportunities or business opportunities. Let me just speak about the Hanyu-Chao, the Chinese language competitions that are held to promote Chinese. They do that also in the Philippines. And in one of the competitions some years ago, I was privileged to be a member of the board together with Dr. Ho, who's the one held at the UP Diliman. These are some of the contestants. They were very, the knowledge of Chinese, the ability to speak Chinese were very impressive. And they're all pure Filipinos. And also, this is very important. Through the initiative of the Confucius Institute in Angeles University, since 2014, there are about 100 public high schools teaching Mandarin as a foreign language. That's 100 public high schools. And in public high schools, these are Filipino students. And 100 public high schools translate to about 10,000 10,000 Filipino students learning Mandarin all at the same time. So you imagine a few years from now, we'll have many Filipinos learning Mandarin. And also, since 2014, the Chinese government has been sending about 200 Chinese language teachers to teach in the public schools. And for the public schools to learn Chinese, the DepEd and the Confucius Institute at Angeles University came up with some textbooks. They called Pile Hanyu, workbooks and textbooks. And we were privileged to have participated in formulating these textbooks. So that is the situation. More and more Filipinos are learning Chinese, okay, and learning Chinese well. And in the meantime, in many Chinese schools, we hear teachers say that many students find Chinese as a boring subject. Who among you find Chinese a boring subject? Siyempre wala yung nakasama. Diba? Yeah, boring. Maraming ganyan Chinese language class. Diba? Yung nakagrabe nasa baba, baby pa lang, na siya. Diba? Hindi pa siya nag-aaral. But that's the prospect of thinking, oh, mag-aaral ako ng Chinese and she's bored already. And worse than that, some students actually say, I hate Chinese. That is a reality, I think. So, that is why the Shinoy, I think, are losing the edge. Nawawala yung edge in learning Chinese. And you know, before if you are a Chinese Filipino and you don't speak Chinese, you don't learn Chinese well, you lost the edge. Nawawala yung advantage mo. You become just like any other Filipino youth, diba, who knows English and Tagalog. But now, since many Filipinos are learning Chinese and learning it well, and if you are a Chinese Filipino and you learn the ability, you lost the ability to speak Chinese, you not only lost the edge, you become disadvantaged. Diba? Hindi lang kapareho mo na yung karamihan ng kabataan sa Pilipinas. Talo ka na. Talo ka na. So that is what the first message that I want to impart to you. No? You not only lost the edge, but you also become disadvantaged. Okay? Now I want to share some of my personal experiences. You know, when I was a boy, learning some Chinese is actually a matter of life and death. You know why? Because my dad required that I speak Hokkien. And he would give me allowance only if I ask for it in Hokkien. If I say, Papa, di ho, then I get some allowance. So, what if I didn't learn those Hokkien lines? I would have maybe starved to death already, and I wouldn't be, even standing here talking to you. But anyway, I'll just go through this very, very quickly. I think in my professional experience, whether I was involved in purchasing or manufacturing or marketing and later in consultancy, some knowledge in Chinese was really very helpful, very, very handy because it's a fact that if you are ethnic Chinese, the other ethnic Chinese from other parts of the world would expect you to know how to speak Chinese. And if you speak to them in English, wala na yung connection. But if you speak to them in Mandarin, then right away there's some kind of a connection, of intimacy. So it's much easier to conduct business. No? So Chinese was useful to me in all aspects of my professional life. But I just want to go through this very quickly. Whether I speak to Chinese when they come to the Philippines, or I speak to the Chinese when I go to China. Isa lang natin. What I want to talk to you about really is about my advocacy, how my knowledge of Chinese was useful. And when I say advocacy, I mean doing my little share in promoting better Filipino-Chinese relations and doing some cultural work. When China and the Philippines signed the joint communique, when they established diplomatic ties in 1975, I was actually asked to review the joint communique to make sure the Chinese version and the Filipino version adhere to each other, to each other. And the time I was 20. And it's not really a big accomplishment, but I consider it some kind of something I can be proud of. But because not every 20-year-old can be given the opportunity to review a important, government document. And because of my little knowledge in Chinese also, I was given the chance to host the first ever celebration of Independence Day by the Chinese community in the year 2000. And the first ever celebration of Chinese-Filipino Friendship Day in 2001. And it was also useful. Kanina nabanggit yung mga books na nasulat ko, nasalin ko. So it was useful in doing translation, which is part of promoting better Philippine-China relations, whether translating from Filipino to Chinese or translating from Chinese to Filipino or English. These are some of the books. The book on the Chinese guerrillas in the Philippines. And this is my latest book, a Filipino translation of selected stories by one of the greatest Chinese writers, Xin. But my main interest really is doing translations of literary works by local writers. Yun ang pinilit ko na mas gawin. And in the process of translating the works of the best, Filipino writers, Chinese Filipino writers in Chinese, I'm proud of the fact that many of them received the Kawat Pamasang Agagating Balagtas from the Writers Union of the Philippines. This is really a very prestigious award. It's Bartolome Chua, the one in the middle, front row. And Seman Shi, Benito Tan, and Gracie Singh, and Jameson Ong. And in the process of sort of helping these Chinese Filipino writers win the award, I'm privileged also to have won some awards mission. And it was in after I received the Kawat Balagtas in 2007, I was invited to be a board of the Writers Union of the Philippines, and it was during that time that I suggested that the award be given also to writers who write in Chinese. Because I look at the bylaws of the union, and it said the award will be given to writers writing in any major language used in the Philippines. It did not say writing in any major Philippine languages, or it said any major language used in the Philippines. So technically, writers who write in Chinese should be entitled to win the award also. So since 2008, the award was given also to Chinese Filipino writers. I'm particularly proud of this award, the National Book Award, for my Filipino translation of a Chinese novel, Anyang Piao Liu Ji, and the Ocerisal Award for Outstanding Chinoy in Literature and Journalism. Now there are no monetary these awards do not carry any monetary rewards. Wala namang kasamang pera yan. Just a trophy. But for me, these are very priceless, and these are actually priceless emotional compensation. And I'm actually happier to receive literary awards and to seal business deals. Para mas masaya pa ako na I get this award rather than when I do some business deals. So to summarize, I think I can say that my knowledge of Chinese gave me an edge in everything that I did, whether in business or in my cultural work. Then again, I reiterate what I said, that now if you are a Chinoy and you did learn Chinese well, you not only lost the edge, you also become disadvantaged. Okay? Let me end my talk with a story. One of my functions at the Metrobank Group was to interview Chinese-speaking applicants for positions that required ability to speak Chinese. There was this guy, young guy. He was a graduate of some Chinoy school. Hindi siya Chiangkai Sector. And in the resume, he said languages spoken: English, Filipino, Hokkien, Mandarin. And Mandarin. And of course, Mandarin was the most important because that's requirement that you Mandarin speaking. But ask him, so you speak Mandarin? Yes, sir. So what do you know? What Mandarin language, what Mandarin words or sentences do you know? So I know ni hao and xie xie. And he said it very confidently. I know ni hao and xie xie. What else? Wala na sir. But he listed there what of the languages spoken, Mandarin. So I just went through the book. Sabi when narinig ko yun, I'm no longer interested in interviewing him, but I just to show the people like, since he filled up the application already and he came for the interview on time, I went through the motion of interviewing him. After the interview, I said, sige, salamat we'll call you. Sige sir, thank you, 再见. Oh, marunong ka rin ng 再见. Yung nasabi. Of course, we know the meaning of 再见. It's not the exact equivalent of goodbye because when the Chinese say 再见, they mean to see you again. Of course, I didn't see him again. I didn't see him again because so that is the message. Let's try to. We have as Chinese Filipinos, we have the opportunity to really learn Chinese well compared to the other Filipino youth. Why? Because we study in Chinese schools, we are part of Chinese Filipino families, and we are part of the Chinese Filipino community. So dapat mas meron tayong advantage to learn Chinese. Okay? So my last message to you, 加油. Let's exert more effort to learn Chinese. Okay? Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that wonderful and insightful message, Mr. Joaquin C. To show our gratitude, may we call on Dr. Dory Poa to hand in the certificate to Mr. Joaquin C. The citation reads, Chiang Kai-shek College awards the Certificate of Appreciation to Mr. Joaquin C. for sharing an inspirational message to the junior high school class of 2018 during the CKS College Moving Up ceremony, given this third day of May 2018 at Chiang Kai-shek College, Padre Alge Campus. Signed, Dr. Dory Poa, President. Now, at this juncture, we would like to invite again Dr. Dory Poa to join us in handing the certificates of completion to the junior high school students. The class of 10A will be presented by their advisor, Mr. Jose Linguaco.
With pride and honor, I present to you the students of 10A who successfully completed the requirements for junior high school. The following students received with highest honors. Paul Darwin Alexander. Wang Tiffany. Tan Andrea Lei. Cheng Jerby Edric. Denieva Johan Oswin. Johan likewise will receive a Certificate of Merit for Best in Conduct. Cook James Patrick. Lynn Bryan. Lynn Lance. Santos John Dominic. C. Ryan Jericho. Tan Vince Edric Chua. Vince likewise will receive a Certificate of Merit for Best in Conduct. Oy Cheryl Patricia. Young Clarice Jolene. Cao Leah Francine. Leah will also receive a Certificate of Merit for Best in Conduct. Lee Shakira. O. Jamie. Jamie will also receive a Certificate of Merit for Best in Conduct. C. Audrey Loren. She. Steffi Joyce. P. Russell Kevin Mark. Uy Fortune Ariadne. Fortune will also receive a Certificate of Merit for Best in Conduct. Bitcher Lance Patek. Young Feliz. D. Jeremy Ann. The class of 10D will be presented by their advisor, Mr. Jonathan Garcia.
We would also like to invite Attorney Danny Chan to award the certificates to be assisted by our supervisor, Mr. Alvin Villaverde.
With pride and honor, I present to you the students of 10B who have successfully completed the requirements for junior high school. Cheng Ira A, with honors. Chong Stephanie Joy N, with honors. Additionally, she will receive a certificate of merit for best in conduct. Kalaw Stacy Selena O. Montecillo Hazel G, with honors. She will also receive a certificate of merit for best in conduct. Yang Janelle Chrisley C, with honors. Ang David Aaron C. Cheng Irvin John C. Chua Sean Bradley C. Leto John Ray Mitchell Ko. Ko Ethan Matthew C. Ko Jordan Matthew C. Gadhe Rafael G. Hong Matthew Davey. K. Aaron Chrysler L. C. Richard T. Z. Timothy C. Tan Tyrell James T. Q. Carl Daniel S. Uy. Jason U. L. U. Vince Evan S. Chan Dolores Tracy T. Chan Joan Jane S. Chen Wei Chua Jenny O. David Sidney Valerie C. Go, Micah Janelle T. Pong, Chloe Janelle P. Lumawi, Natasha Julia C. Mataragnon, Jersey Kate O. Ong, Maxine May A. Ong, Penny Winchell C. Okay. Bianca Blanche C. So, Hannah Andrea A. Wang, Winnie Kathleen L. Yan, Maria Filomena L. Ison, Raleigh Andrea M. And you, Daniel Andrea Y. The students of 10C will be presented by their advisor, Mr. Philip Loro.
We request Mr. Judelmi Yap to hand the certificates to be assisted by our supervisor, Mrs. Emma Linaro.
It is my pride and honor to present to you the students from 10C who have successfully completed the requirements for junior high school. With high honors, Galieta Stephanie Juliana C. With honors, Ang Clarice Cheska D. With honors, Chua Christine Nicole P. With honors, He Wendy Silva. She will also receive a certificate of merit for best of conduct. With honors, Hewi Silva. She will also receive a certificate of merit for best on conduct. With honors, Hong Stephanie Maybe. With honors, Nicholas George Michael P. With honors, C. Kyra Brienne O. With honors, Tan Cheryl May M. Barreto Kiefer Staniel B. Kay Kenneth Angelo Y. Kay Lance Madison S. Cheng Linus Woodrow U. Lee Steve Jones D. Lee Y.E. Ong Andy L. He will also receive a certificate of merit for best in conduct. Tan Terence Marion M. Uy Joshua Albert F. Chua Pinky Matira. Go Elite Sydney. Go Jane Allison Y. Hong Krisha Wendy M. Huy Riyad F. Xiao Karen O. Wong Lisel R. Wong Sally. Wu Nancy S. Sue Carla May C. Yung Marilyn Y. The students of NV will be presented by their advisor, Mr. Marco Diwa.
We would also like to invite Dr. Rollins Chua to assist us in handling the certificates, to be assisted by Mrs. Emma Linan.
With pride and honor, I present to you the students of grade 10B who have successfully completed the requirements for junior high school. Kai Ziyin, with honors. She also received a certificate of merit for best in conduct. Chu Bernice R, with honors. Chua Jasmine L, with honors. Chua Mackenzie Renquist P, with honors. He will also receive a certificate of merit for best in conduct. Chua Maeve Dominic Key, with honors. Cruz Bridget Gwyneth A, with honors. Salvador Marian Shane L, with honors. C. Faith Naomi M, with honors. Tan Gertrude Christine B, with honors. Thank Stephanie Ann M, with honors. Villanueva Jorsen Miles C, with honors. Mo Aliana Mayu, with honors. Yoko Denzel Brian Rojo, with honors. Ang Carlo C, Chan Nathan Joshua, Chin Allen Alvidi, Ko Lucio Y, Gotoyong Christian N, Brown Pearson Rainwald Z, Go Kevin Clyde C, Manabat, Ronald Wyatt M. Tan Nelrickson S. Wu James Michael Go. He will also receive a Certificate of Merit for Best in Conduct. Alutaya Cheryl Madeline H. Bargayo Anika Justin. She will also receive a Certificate of Merit for Best in Conduct. Chang Daniel F. She will also receive a Certificate of Merit for Best in Conduct. Cheng Kirsten Beatrice L. Ko Eliza Charlene C. Ko Janelle Clarice V. De Leon Audrey Shane E. She will also receive a Certificate of Merit for Best in Conduct. De La Cruz Rochelle Kyle R. She will also receive a Certificate of Merit for Best in Conduct. Phoenix Micaela Ishi L. Lynn LZ Joyce C. Lynn Sophia S. Meneses Alisa Isabel T. C. Jenny S. The class of 10E will be presented by their advisor, Mr. Kennedy Umbao.
We would also like to call again Dr. Dory Boa to award the certificates to be assisted by Sir Alan Ray Villanueva.
With pride and honor, I present to you the students of 10E who successfully completed their requirements for junior high school. Ang Danica Bianca Luico, with honors. She will also receive a Certificate of Merit for Best in Conduct. Ang Mariah Alessandra P. with honors. She will also receive a Certificate of Merit for Best in Conduct. Ko Beatrice Marie L. with honors. Ko Juliana Catherine L. with honors. She will also receive a Certificate of Merit for Best in Conduct. Concebido Caitlin C. with honors. She will also receive a Certificate of Merit for Best in Conduct. Fabia Alex with honors. He will also receive a Certificate of Merit for Best in Conduct. Lau Timothy D. with honors. He will also receive a Certificate of Merit for Best in Conduct. C. Ashley K. T. with honors. She will also receive a Certificate of Merit for Best in Conduct. C. Guaylin IBT with honors. She will also receive a Certificate of Merit for Best in Conduct. Tan Kathleen T. with honors. Yao Tiffany May O. with honors. Ang Johannes Gabriel K. Gian Marcus Ivan T. Chin Kent Denzel S. Paul Jervis Luther Z. Guy Kobe Nicholson P. He will also receive a Certificate of Merit for Best in Conduct. Go Kyle Vincent Tan. Lynn Benedict Sam L. Makasuot Wesley. Ong Jerome B. Silas John Seiji Lee. Renz Nathaniel K. Time Jervin Davis C. Wanya Mark Wesley M. Wu Chori Karen C. Young Vincent Victor Lahuota. Chin Alisa Joy A. Chu Cristanella Aranda L. Chua Joanna Monique G. Lo Charel Iceland B. Monte Risha Elise M. C. Julia Bernadette T. She will also receive a Certificate of Merit for Best in Conduct. C. Hannah Karil V. Tan Evian Margaret Yu. Tan Pascual Hannah W. She will also receive a Certificate of Merit for Best in Conduct. Yu Ayana Rachel E. And Yu Maxine Therese F. The class of 10F will be presented by their advisor, Mr. Marlon Sapo.
We would like to call again Attorney Danny Chan to award the certificates to be assisted by Mrs. Emma Linado.
With pride and honor, I present to you the students of 10F who successfully completed the requirements for junior high school. CKS Quincy Florence with honors. Ahuja Neil. Ang Johan Jacinto. Ang Kyle Christian. Alona Mark Jansen. Chua Ryan Paulo. Ding Lawrence Prewitt. Dean J. Clyde Anderson. Owa Matthew Reginald. Legaspi Sean Zachary. Lynn Gian Carlo. Lynn Jasper Ryan. Lynn Wesley. Matthias Rotliff Marco. Nick Gaius Godfrey. Zachary Tyler. Shi Sinti. C. Kelvin. Dan Stephen Moses. Deng Paulo Melvin. Yao Yonson Jan. Zu Zandro Richie. Ken Hannah Isabella. Columna Pamela. Luz Jeriel Nika. Go Juliana Micaela. Go Tricia Angeli. Lee Kylie. Lim Lindsay Teres. Ong Kayla Yasmin. Si Chua Guain Dara. Tan Rhea Sharmi. And Ya Aini Margaret. Class of 10D will be presented by their advisor, Mrs. Rosalinda Bonifacio.
May we call on Dr. Cristina Monsanto to award the certificates to be assisted by Mrs. Emma Leonardo.
With pride and honor, I present to you the students of 10E who successfully completed the requirements for the junior high school. Jim Adam Quason with high honors. Naroya Felice Bianca with honors. Alterado Elijah Jesney. Cabrera Charlie. Chen Yiheng. Chen Justin Gabriel. Chua Roman Sur. De Castro Lance Ward. Dumlan Martin. Tatikbak Pergeus. Nalcar Victor. Neil Jasper Jonathan. Melchor James Darby. Lugares Ben Bonjour. Sao Justine. Alvarez Juliana Isabel. Chin Chanel Ann. Chowa Hazel Ann. Punya Janelle Hazel. Herbasio Athena Lecharis. Bulimlim Andrea. Lee Kyra Maxine. Lim Ishi. Ong Joanna. Ong Kiko Karina Alexa. Shi Pauline. Tan Monica. Uy Edlin Stacy. And Sam Bay Faye. The students of 10H will be presented by their advisor, Mr. Kelvin Barbares.
We would like to request Dr. Christina Gonzalez to stay on stage to award the certificates to be assisted by Mrs. Emma Lilano.
With pride and honor, I present to you the students of 10H who have successfully completed the requirements for the junior high school. Go Catherine Ann with high honors. She will also receive a certificate of merit for best in conduct. Jean Edson Lawrence with honors. Ang Sean Marlon. By Kim Brenly Lance. Buenafe Terence Ruel. Chua Justin Craig. Henry Shannon Segress. Puenza Rafael. De la Vega Vulcan. Gong Josh Emery.
King Vince Denzel. Lim Ivan Kenneth. Martin Angelo Paule. Obiena Matt David. Ochea JB Yuan. Sia Charles Vincent. C. Darwin Day. Dan Daniel Joshua. Bigluan Vincent Van. Tayabnyag Christine. Dinda Samantha Nicole. Estefanio Kisha Zed. Maria Catherine. Lynn Jasmine. Martine Bea Margaret. Sio Alisa. Dan Jermaine Pauline. And Yokong Aliyah Michi.
Congratulations, students! Now, to recognize this school year's best of the best, I am honored to present to you the most outstanding students of this school year, beginning with Darwin Alexander O. Ko. To be awarded by Dr. Dory Koa and Mr. Joaquin C., and to be assisted by his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ko. He is a gold medal recipient. He is one of the most outstanding students of school year 2017 to 2018. He is also commended for his outstanding performance in Communication Arts in English, and the recipient of the Jerry Rojas Leadership Award. He is also going to receive a cash and entitled for 1-year scholarship at the CKS Naira campus. Next, we have Tiffany T. Huang. To be awarded by Dr. Don Poa and Mr. Joaquin C. and assisted by her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Huang. She is a gold medal recipient, one of the most outstanding students of school year 2017 to 2018. She is also commended for her outstanding performance in communication arts in Mandarin, outstanding performance in mathematics, outstanding performance in science, and the recipient of Senator Manny Villar's Excellence Award. Likewise, she will receive cash and 1-year full scholarship at the CKS Nara campus. Next is Brian S. Lin, gold medal recipient. To be awarded by Dr. Dory Poa and Mr. Joaquin C. and to be assisted by his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Lin. He is one of the most outstanding students of school year 2017 to 2018. He is also commended for his outstanding performance in mathematics. He will also receive cash and 1-year full scholarship at the CKS College Nara campus. Next, we have Andrea Lei T. Tan, gold medal recipient. To be awarded by Dr. Dory Poa and Mr. Joaquin C. and to be assisted by her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Tan. She is one of the most outstanding students of school year 2017 to 2018. She will also receive cash and 1-year full scholarship at the CKS College Nara campus. Next is Stereo Patricia C. Uy. To be awarded by Dr. Dory Poa and Mr. Joaquin C. and to be assisted by her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Uy. She will receive a gold medal for her outstanding performance in this school year. She is also to receive this year's Leadership Award. Likewise, a cash and 1-year full scholarship at the CKS College Nara campus. We also have Jervy Edric Cheng. To be awarded by Dr. Dory Poa and Mr. Joaquin C. and assisted by his parents, Mr. Jeffrey Cheng and Mrs. Evelyn Cheng. He is commended for his outstanding performance in mathematics. entitled for half scholarship at the CKS College, Nara campus. And finally, Ryan Jericho LC. To be awarded by Dr. Dory Poa and to be assisted by his parents, Mr. Richard C. and Mrs. Mary Joy C. He is commended for his outstanding performance in mathematics. Likewise, he is entitled for a half scholarship at the CKS College, Nara campus. Congratulations to our awardees. Thank you, Dr. Poa, Mr. Wakinsi, and Mr. Villaverde. Once again, another round of applause for everyone receiving the award. The next student I am to call on stage earned this glorious moment to stand before you and speak with the purpose of inspiring everyone in this room. Without further ado, I present to you Tiffany T. Huang.
Our beloved President, Dr. Dory Poa, distinguished guests, administrators, supervisors, teachers, parents, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is an honor to stand here and speak to you on such a memorable occasion. In just a blink of an eye, 4 years have passed, and the time to move on to the next chapter of our lives is here. It seems as if we have just graduated from grade school. And now, look at us. We are back in the same venue, going through the same graduation rites. However, we have undergone much transformation since then. We've all grown, physically and mentally. We entered junior high school as children, and now we're leaving as adults, each on to his or her chosen path, ready to take on greater challenges. On our road to success, it is true that there will be more rivers to cross, more mountains to climb, and more territories to conquer. Don't let these hardships overwhelm you. Always remember that education is a platform that will launch us to our future. Today, our moving up ceremony is a key to yet another height, a higher level of education that will soon lead us to our dreams, toward a bright and prosperous future for us and our families. On our shoulders lie not just our own future, but also the hope of the nation. However, before leaving, please take a moment to reminisce when we first entered high school. I believe we all share the same sentiments when I say that in the beginning of our high school days, we would always check the time, waiting for recess, lunch, and dismissals. Soon enough, we've counted the days till summer vacation. The first few weeks were the hardest. We hated Mondays and loved Fridays. We hated how far Mondays are from Fridays and how close Fridays are to Mondays. Well, in my case, as the days and weeks passed, I started to forget about them. I just got used to them and continued doing my daily tasks. I didn't even feel the excitement I was hoping for when I finished the last test before summer break. Today, I feel the same way. It is a mixed feeling of happiness and loneliness. I am happy that we have finally finished junior high school and we are now moving on to senior high. On the other hand, I also feel sad because most of my classmates are now transferring to other schools to continue their studies. The thought of not being able to see each other again downright saddens me. Whatever happens, keep in mind that even though we may not see our classmates for a long period of time, we shall never forget the tears we have cried, the jokes we have exchanged, the laughs we have shared, and the stories we have created together. As we embark on a new journey, we will face countless endeavors. In difficult times, look back on these memories and cherish the thought of our classmates and friends. We worked hard to get to this point, but we couldn't have gotten this far ourselves. We owe a lot to the following people. To our teachers, thank you for sharing with us your time and knowledge. You sacrificed your efforts and time to help us understand our lessons. Believe it or not, we students shall never forget you. It could be the jokes, the small talks, or the words of encouragement. To our parents, thank you for your unconditional love and support. You were the ones who dragged us out of bed when we overslept and were late for school. You listened to our daily dramas and complaints. You truly are the wind beneath our wings. Finally, let us thank God Almighty for making all of these possible. As you can see, behind each graduate, there are a lot of people providing their support in different ways. And the best way to show our gratitude to them is by living up to our own potential. Let us do our best and not waste the opportunity we are given. We may not be the best in the world, but we could be the best versions of ourselves. Aim higher, dream bigger, and work harder. According to Mr. Villaverde, 2017, drive your wagon to a star. If you fall, at least you'll hit the treetops. The future is in our hands, so let's make the most out of it.
Truly an inspiring and meaningful message to your batchmates, Tiffany. At this moment, may we request all the parents and guardians to stand. Please stand. Thank you. Students, please rise. Face your parents and give them a big hand to signify your heartfelt gratitude. Parents, you may now take your seats as the students ready themselves for the moving up theme that will be led by Darwin Alexander Oko and Cheryl Patricia C. Uy.
Together, everyone. Together, come on, let's have some fun. Here and now, it's time for Saturday it out. Yeah, yeah. Get all our dreams, have no limits. That we are we're all in this together. And it shows when we stand hand in hand, make our dreams come true. Together, 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 everyone. Together, together, together. Come on, let's do this right. We're all here and speaking out with one voice. We're gonna rock the house. The party's on, now everybody make some noise. Come on, let's scream and shout.
We will ride because we stuck together. Champions, one and all is together. Once we know that we are, we're all stars and we see that we're all in this together. And it shows when we stand hand in hand, make our dreams come true. All in this together. Once we know that we are, we're all stars and we see that we're all in this together. And it shows when we stand hand in hand, this together. When we reach, we can fly, no inside, we can make it. We're all in this together. Once we see we're all in this together. All in this together.
You can take your seats, students.
Our event has come to an end. But before that, let's say thank you again to our guests. Let's say thank you and let's have our hands for them. And let us allow the guests to leave on stage so that you can take your photos here when they leave. Thank you very much again, Dr. Poa, Mr. Joaquin C., Attorney Danny Chan, Dr. Rollins Chua, Mr. Judelio Yap, and Dr. Christina Monsanto.